All right, guys, we are back again for another adventure and messing with the Tales of the Valiant game. And as you guys already know, that the Kobold Press has put out their Black Flag game system reference document. And on top of that, they've also introduced the Foundry game system that they were working on in secret. We've gone over it. I've looked it over a little bit. We haven't switched to that yet, so we're still playing in the 5e system at the moment. But if I can find a couple things that I need to tweak in the TOV system that they put out, or the Black Flag Foundry game system, we'll probably be switching over soon. But for the time being, we're using 5e with that. And there are a couple changes that the core rulebook has been updated with. So some of the character stuff, for instance, Zix's Mechanist has had some changes. I haven't had a chance to make those changes here because I've been working on other projects and because we may be switching to the Black Flag game system rather than using 5e. So, everything's kind of up in the air right now and I need to focus. What about you guys? How have you been doing?
I've been doing good. Nothing much to say.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
as I say, to my character would be that I can now use bonus action to use an object.
That's going to be super handy, I'm sure. And as they say, no news is good news. So there's that. Mike and Eric, how about you guys?
Nothing really going on my end. I mean, just work, sleep, and that's about it.
Same stuff, huh? Well, nothing wrong with that. I mean, it's all pretty much the same for me as well.
Yeah, last 4 years showed us that having nothing interesting happen is a good thing.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Although I will admit, I just the one thing I have been working on that, maybe the people here have that are watching this later on haven't known, but I am working on the Goblin Slayer game system for Foundry because there isn't one, and the game system itself is much simpler to put together than, a 5e variant is. So I've been tirelessly working on that for the last 6 to 7 weeks or so, and I just posted an update to the Goblin Slayer subreddit and got some good feedback so far already. Got one person saying like, hey, this looks great, can't wait to see more, and a bunch of like +1s, which has been fantastic. So that's positive. But anyways, let's get back into the game here. As we left off with last time's game here, you had all just vanquished a few quasits. Now, I will admit that I forgot to check the balance of the encounter for 3 level 2 players versus 3 or 4 quasits, and that was a bit more deadly than it was supposed to be. There probably should have been 1 or 2 less quasits in the encounter, so that was my bad. That was a oopsie. But luckily,
we powered through.
Yeah.
We survived.
Yeah. And you guys got really lucky rolls with the poison, because if those poisons had hit, we probably would have seen the oopsie come in a little later on. So that was my fault for not updating accordingly. But any event, you guys made it through, and you're alive. So we finished off with Zix climbing up to this kind of...
check if there is something.
Yes, and you guys can go ahead and Zix or anyone else that wants to clear out the rubble in the back, the debris, go ahead and make a check here that I've just posted into the chat.
Well, I'm already there, so I'm gonna.
Yeah.
Normal. Ooh, almost.
Yeah,
it was almost on a 20.
Yeah, I'll see about trying to give him a hand.
All right.
All right, that's not so bad.
I was gonna say we are kobolds. We are known for being strong, but apparently someone is.
So we're looking at. Go ahead.
He beat our collective. Yeah, I mean, he rolled better than both me and Zix. So
combined, yeah.
So with Zix and Gorn, you have a 9 and a 6, respectively. And then Terex comes up, finally, the bulkier of the kobolds here, and plows through it with a 16. So yes, the 16 and Terex's work. Unfortunately, Zix, maybe your smaller stature, you're unable to really move some of the boulders out of the way and clear the debris that's behind here.
Picking up pebbles.
Yeah, just moving like the small ones. Gorn, it's labor, and you're a warlock, so maybe this is a little bit beneath you as you're just kind of kicking and pushing things out of the way. But Terex, being more of the hunter, you get in there and really start hauling some of these bigger stones out of the way. And as you do, you notice a mechanical person. Not a person, but a mechanical creature back behind there. And they're hovering and floating around. And yes, it comes up. Yes, I am Wingnut. You have saved me. Thank you. Now we must go. I must see Enoch. I have his water purifier. We must see Enoch, and then I must return to Kailana. What the hell is her name here? Hold on.
Yeah, Kailana.
Kailana, there we go. Hey, almost had it.
Now, here is the situation, because I haven't told anyone else about the fact that I've known this guy, or who the fuck is Kailana?
Let me see something here. Vision. Okay, I just had to take care of something here.
Accidentally bumped my mic.
That's quite alright. Why is that? Oh, there we go. Perfect. Okay, now I can see. And so Wingnut comes up. You know my name. Did Kailana send you?
Yes, be quiet, please.
Why are we being quiet? We must go. We must leave now. I must complete my mission, and we must go.
Are friendly creatures nearby?
Okay. If they are friendly, why are we whispering?
Unfriendly.
Oh, unfriendly. Yes. I heard the creatures that caught me in here. Are they gone?
I'm just gesturing towards one of the two dead quasits.
Oh. I see you have taken care of them. That Eris person, she was responsible for these creatures. Have you dealt with her yet?
Oh?
Eris. She summoned them and trapped me here, trying to stop me from bringing the water purifier to Enoch.
No, we haven't met her.
Ah. Well, we should be on the lookout for her. She is very dangerous and responsible for this mess. Now, are you ready to go? We must go see Enoch. I have his water purifier. We must deliver it, and then I go back to Kailana.
Fine.
I think that other characters would definitely hear Zix and Wingnut talking, so I guess if you have any questions, you can ask him.
Okay, so Wingnut flies over to Gorn and starts inspecting you. This small little Solodron flies into your face, Gorn, and starts inspecting you with its weird, squirrely little eyeball. I wonder if I can, let me see if I can show you guys the artwork for Wingnut or not. There we go. So this is Wingnut, the Solodron.
Yeah, weird.
Well, when Zig said it looks like a metal bird, he didn't lie.
If
it
you
does
are
somewhat look like it.
So, yeah, Wingnut the Solodron comes up to in front of you, Gorn, and says, "Are you friendly? If you are friendly, we must go. Unless you are ready. Do you need more time?" And doesn't even wait for you and moves on to the next one.
And when it pulls up to me, I just pull my head into my shell.
And then Wingnut flies up to you, Terex. He goes, you look like this one, the small one, but you are not. Are you friendly as well? If you are friendly and you are ready to go, we must go. Otherwise, please take care of whatever else you need to do.
Well, let's go, I guess.
Okay. Well then, considering everything, he goes, I am unable to fight, but I will stay in the back and follow you. Please clear a way to Enoch so that I may deliver the water purifier here.
God, he certainly likes to drone on, doesn't he?
That he does.
Wah, wah, wah.
We are to go the way we came. We have to be quiet.
And we have a decision to make. Do we just try to get out of here, or we try to take that lower path down there that we didn't get to before?
Well, we don't know what's down that lower path, but we know what's not down that lower path, and that's an entire chamber full of all those zombies, the mushroom heads.
Yeah, but we also don't know
Scoreboard.
if there is an exit even there. You know, one way for an exit. It's a sure way.
If these are gnomish tunnels, there's bound to be other exits other than just the one.
Not to mention that Eris person could be down there.
I don't think we are in a position to fight, though. So maybe regrouping stealthily would be a good idea.
So what's the plan, guys?
I'll lead the way into the tunnels.
Okay.
So
Yep, go ahead. Whoever wants to start leading the way.
gonna take out my rapier and the shield, just in case.
Yeah, so now that I can see a good chunk of this room, I'd imagine the skull blooms are still active.
Oh yes, they are. As you come in here, you can still see them milling about. As you guys take this tunnel through here, I want you all to make a, let's see here, perception check for me. Let's see here, perception.
I can just roll right now, so.
Oh, that almost looked like it
Nice.
was rolling to a 2.
Yeah, almost got a 4.
All right, and Gorn? Okay.
All right, I'll take it.
So, Terex and Gorn, as the three of you are moving up, you two don't notice this. Maybe you're too focused on these skull blooms that are coming up. But as you're walking along, Zix, you notice that in this passageway, there's a tripwire up ahead, and Terex is just about to trigger it as you're walking through here.
Up! I should have had an advantage. I have Dungeoneer.
Oh, yes. Oh, actually, I didn't see that spot. Actually, you all notice it. Terex, Gorn, you all do see the perception check. You all pass it, so you're easily able
Okay,
to.
so it was 10.
Yeah. I didn't. That's where the DC was. DC 10 to see this. So,
Okay. So I guess we all see this, so there's no need to yell.
yeah. So how do you want to deal with the trap? Do you want to just leave it up? Do you want to try and disarm it, avoid it? What do you want to do?
What kind of trap is it?
It is a tripwire. So it is. Let's see here. It's a tripwire that it's span across the floor, and then the wire itself leads up to the ceiling, and there seems to be a series of spikes that are held in place by this tripwire, and it looks like there's a whole bunch of cracks and crevices in the ceiling that if the tripwire were to be cut, the spikes in the ceilings would give way, and then the ceiling would just collapse in on you.
Okay, that's what I figured. Might be a good go-to if we end up getting chased by these skull blooms.
Yeah. Maybe crush some of them.
Mm-hmm.
So you want to just kind of avoid them and step over it?
We'll also have to start sneaking in this chamber as well, guys.
Yeah, I have disadvantage on stealth, but I also have the D6 from the Shard of Creation from the latest playtest. So it balances out somewhat.
Okay. All right, so what's the plan coming into this next room then? Now that you know about a trap that is still mechanically available, and you have all these Sporeborn coming up, or Skull Blooms, I should say.
I'm gonna turn to Wingnut first and say, do not make a sound until we leave cave.
Understood. And he doesn't even make like any sound. He just almost hovers silently. It's just like the smallest noise, as if it was almost wind itself. So Wingnut hovering around makes virtually nothing for noise.
Okay, so I guess you need to make stealth checks.
Yeah, he's inherently very stealthy.
So, yeah. So I see we got probably two options here. We can either just try to sneak through, or we could try to maybe lure some of them into the trap and see if we can clear some of them out to make it easier to get through that way. So,
Well, there is some just
I mean,
here.
if you want to use the trap, I'm game.
Looks like more are coming.
Yeah, as you're standing there, they're just kind of milling around in this room here.
If we're going to draw them back, then everybody fall out. I'll use my bow to attack them.
That's what you want to do? You want to draw these three into the trap?
I think I have.
That's the idea.
Zix, you were saying?
Yeah, I was checking something. I have a crowbar and some rope in my inventory, so I could attach the rope
to the crowbar and then manually activate the trap if enough spore blooms come here and aren't triggering the trap.
Okay. So you want to take a few minutes to set that up?
And you may lose your stuff in the ensuing
I mean,
cave-in.
These guys don't seem to be the brightest, so I'm just gonna just swap to my crossbow for now. And get ready to shoot.
All right, well, then why don't you guys give me some stealth rolls, and we will get into this. Let's see something here. Okay.
I'm
9.
stealthy. Thump, thump, thump.
Gorn with the mighty 9 for stealth check, and then Terex and Zix with 19s. Okay, so here's how this is going to play out.
How the fuck did I learn roll a 19?
With disadvantage, your bottom roll was a 13.
Yeah.
Plus 6. Pretty good. All right, so here's what happens. We're going to have, you guys are going to get a surprise round. Unfortunately, Gorn, because your stealth check was so low, you won't get a turn in the stealth round, or in the surprise first round there. But Terex and Zix, you guys can both do something as you'd like, and go ahead and roll initiative, please, as we go into combat.
Okay. Initiative is normal.
Okay. So, looks like for round 1 of combat here, we have Terex, followed by the Skull Blooms, then Gorn and Zix, but you are getting a surprise round. So, Terex, you get one free shot, and Zix, you also get a free shot, or an action, and whatever you'd like to do. So go ahead and take your turn for round 1 of combat.
I'm actually going to shoot the lower skull bloom with my longbow after drawing it.
Okay, so this guy
And then
down
I'm
here.
going to... Yeah.
Okay.
And then I'm going to draw back 5 feet after that.
All right. Go ahead. Oh, yeah. A
Nice shot.
24 definitely hits the Skull Bloom. Go ahead and roll damage. And that is going to be 11 points of damage. All right.
And very nice.
Do we have advantage?
Oh, yeah, you do have advantage because you're stealth. So if you want to roll another d20 to look for a crit, be my guest. Okay, 16. Unfortunately, not a crit. Okay, so the Skull Blooms are all unaffected. Gorn, unfortunately, is not a part of this as well because of the stealth check. Zix, you are up to finish this surprise round for round 1.
Okay, so I'm gonna target the one above
All right.
with my light crossbow. And that's attack with advantage.
And there we go. A 17 will also hit the Skull Bloom. Go ahead and roll damage.
Damage.
Nice. 6
Is 8.
for a total of 8. Excellent.
Yeah, and I am gonna just skedaddle.
All right. So that ends round 1 of combat for the stealthy sneaky first round there, and we go back to round 2. Terex, you're up with the Skull Blooms, finally noticing that they're under assault here and turning towards you. It's all like a, and then they start to twitch and move your way.
All right, from where I am, I can still target the lower one here, right?
Yeah. I mean, from what I can see, you could technically hit all 3 of them if you wanted to. But yes, you can hit any of them.
I'm going to keep attacking the one then.
All right. And with a
Ooh.
15, that does hit. Go ahead and roll damage. Another 6 points of damage. And this Skull Bloom is not only looking bloodied, but in a critical state from your attacks. Anything else?
Nope, that'll be it.
Okay. Up next are all of the Skull Blooms. And since they are, pretty much on the same initiative, they're going to all rush in at the same time. So I'm just going to push him here, and then they come, let's see here. Rushing in 30 feet to here. And then on their second action are just going to rush in again, and they're going to get to about here as they trigger the trap. So let me pull that trap information up. And they're going to take, because they trigger it, let's see here, they actually have to make a save first. So let me roll that, set that up. Oh, all right. Let me see here. Okay. So, saves, where? Okay. So there's the first one, second one, and the third one. And they all fail their rolls. So they take the full amount of damage from this as they rush in to come and get you. And end up taking 34 points of damage as the ceiling, as they just pull the wire, and you can see it. Gorn and Zix, as they rush in, the first one just kind of trips the wire, and then it pulls, and you just see the pins come pulling out of the ceiling, and then within seconds, just the debris starts to fall, and then just huge chunks come clambering down on them. As this trap is triggered, the rocks fall in place. They deal a whole load of damage, and now the area itself, because it's covered in rubble through here, is all now considered difficult terrain. So let me go ahead and go ahead.
So it was just.
That was really funny. Hold on a second. It made a squishing noise. I don't know why or how that happened, but the sound effects.
Yeah, I have a soundboard.
Oh, okay. That was perfect timing, because it was exactly when I killed the first one. I go, what? They all come rushing in and are immediately all killed because they failed their checks, and the rubble just completely squashes them. And you guys are out of combat.
Nice.
There you go. Group of Skull Blooms has been dealt with. Let's see here.
Ezek's just gonna poke out. Did it work?
Talk about a crushing victory.
Yeah.
Damn it, I don't have that one prepared on the soundboard.
Wingnut comes back up behind and goes, "Proficient work. The way is clear. Let us go see Enoch."
You are supposed to stay silent.
I was silent.
Wouldn't really say the way is clear.
Just less enemies to worry about.
All right.
I like to come down and around.
All right.
That way I can get a good view to see if the noise attracted any of the others.
I'm gonna switch to sword and shield again.
All right. You walking through this normally? Are you trying to be stealthy?
Yeah, it'd probably be a good idea to stealth it. Because if it did attract them, they might be nearby.
Okay. Why don't you all give me some stealth rolls, please?
I'm still in combat, by the way.
Are you?
No.
Yeah.
Try reloading because I ended the encounter.
So,
Hmm.
Delph,
Yeah, that cleared it. Thank you.
You're welcome.
advantage. Yeah, I think I'm gonna use the D6 from my Shard of Creation. So I add 1 to my roll.
Okay. So this new feature that you're using, what was it exactly?
Inspiration from the Shard of Creation. When you make ability check while touching the shard, regardless of its current form, you can spend 1 charge to roll a d6 and add the number rolled to your check result.
Okay, cool. And that's from the updated player's core book?
Yeah,
All right.
that's from the updated one.
All right. Excellent. How many times can you do that?
That was as many times as I have charges from my
Oh,
Shard of Creation, which
the charges.
now is 0.
Okay. All right, so that'll give you an 11
And
on...
it's my int modifier.
Gotcha. Okay. So as a group stealth check, even with that +1, Zix, you're still making a little bit too much noise, and with Gorn and Terek's help, you're able to work it out so that way you're not making as much noise. So you guys are all
I can't
effectively
say I
stealthed.
didn't try.
True. All right, so who wants to scout out the area?
I'll go ahead.
All right.
Yeah, Wingnut is also, I think, with us. Though I don't see him right away.
It's funny, as you come around here, you see Wingnut Terex hovering over here, very silent, waiting. Just kind of hovered over the debris. So, Terex, as you're looking around, you do see this group here that is hanging out, and you see a group far off in the distance, but the noise doesn't seem to have alerted them in any shape whatsoever.
All right, well, I'll go back to the party and let them know that we can probably skirt between the two groups of skullbones.
It also means we can check out this mushroom house here, too.
As long as those others don't patrol towards it.
I kind of don't want to, as long as there is possibility of goblins attacking us.
It doesn't look like they're heading over towards this way. Looks like they hover around their individual little huts.
Speaking of which, since you're in the area again, let's see where they go. 5.
Wingnut?
That one there. That group. And
Oh no, Wingnut is controlling the zombies.
that group actually starts to shift closer to you. And yeah. It was Wingnut all along, controlling the zombies. And then this group over here. Okay, so go ahead and decide what you guys want to do now for your next soft action, soft turn here.
If you want to check the mushroom house, now is the time, but we gotta be quick. And I'll enter the mushroom house.
Okay.
I'm gonna stand guard, I guess.
All right. So as you come up to this this dwelling here, you notice that it is rather large. It's a many-storied tubular building with canonical roofs, and it's full of rooms sized for small creatures. Now, as for searching around in here, let's see here. Let's see here. Just trying to. I remember there was something here about, like, looking at the homes. Oh, that's right. Okay. Okay. What's everyone's passive intelligence history? Oh wait, maybe I can. Oh, I can see it. Okay, yeah. No one has. People have 11s, 10s, and a 14. I can see your passive history checks. Okay. If anyone wants to make a history check while you're kind of looking around at this home, go ahead and roll this check in chat that I've just dropped.
I guess I have good intelligence. I can try.
Goran, are you interested in looking it over?
I'm gonna more focus on keeping an eye on this group here,
Okay.
just to be on the safe side.
All right. Yeah. So you guys look around and don't really notice anything out of the ordinary that would tell you maybe who was living in these dwellings. But let's see here.
Well, we can bet on who it was.
Mike, for Terex, since you're investigating inside the building, go ahead and roll me a 1d6. Okay.
Nice. I think.
Potentially good.
So as you're looking around in here, you find a small sealed clay pot marked with the words "Baby's Nettle Marmalade." But that's about all you find in there.
You know, I will liberate this food from this place.
All right.
It's just like the zombies are gonna eat it.
Stage 1 baby food or good trail rations?
Mm-hmm. All right.
All right, you found yourself a jar of Gerber's baby food.
While you finish investigating that, I'm going to roll for the shambling hordes in here to see where they're going. Oh, that was not supposed to be what I was supposed to roll. There we go.
Ooh.
All right, that. Yes, it is delicious on toast or with pork. And then these guys here. All right.
Maybe it can go with rats.
All right, so that's it for them for now. You guys can take another turn here.
I'm gonna. And the last 5 feet.
Okay. So as you guys finish up that, I'm going to go ahead and roll again. All right, nothing there. And finally, all right, you guys can go ahead and take another turn. As you guys begin to move towards the exit, Wingnut stops and starts to vibrate, in a sense, making a small kind of sound. What would you like to do?
I would like to run for the exit, but I don't think that's prudent just yet.
Okay, he will continue to follow.
Is it loud?
No, it's he's starting to lag behind and is making kind of like noises to, like, soft noises to try and alert to you. You told him not to be quiet, so he's trying to stay quiet. All right, so you guys have finished moving. Hold on.
Yeah, right now I think I'm just gonna look at him, but that we will continue.
All right, and then lastly,
Thank God they seem to be walking into the walls.
AI pathing. What can you say? All right, you guys go ahead, take a turn.
Are you telling me that ChatGPT is playing the freaking monsters?
Maybe. Maybe. All right, everyone's taking a turn to move.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Come on, roll. There we go. As you guys start to make your way towards the exit, it seems as though this northern group has shifted in a way and has slowly started to meander towards your direction. Whether or not they've noticed you does not seem to be the case. And lastly, something may have triggered the other group as well, as the you seem to be getting pincered from these skull blooms, although their stance is not aggressive as of yet. What do you want to do?
Keep making our way out.
And I'm safe.
All right. Let's see what happens here. As they begin to move around, you just hear the moans and the noises as these skull blooms are randomly searching the area. And lastly, and Gorn, you being in behind, maybe holding your breath as you walk by, the other group starts to reposition and head back down towards the mushroom house again.
Yeah, no, I was definitely holding my breath a bit there.
Yeah, I mean, sorry.
And in a more quiet voice, Wingnut says to you all, "Where are we going? We must see Enoch. I must bring the water purifier to Enoch. This is not the way."
This is the way to the surface.
What?
And from surface? What?
Enoch is not surface dweller. He is part of the underneath. He is a mycolid. We must see the mycolids.
We don't
And I just
have...
turn around and look at Six.
I'm just, yeah.
We don't have strength right now to deal with troubles here. We should rest and come back later.
This is acceptable. We will rest and then return to find Enoch and return the water purifier. Lead the way. All right, so you guys are heading out?
Yeah.
Okay, so from here, where are you guys heading back to town? Or are you gonna, like, where do you want to go?
The town would be safest, because
Yeah.
even if we just camped right on the surface here, we'd probably encounter some mycolids, or not mycolids, but the fungal blooms as they came out.
All right, well then, I will transition us back to Holgig as you spend the next hour or so making your way back to town. There we go. Bring you guys over to here. And yeah, you're back to town. Let me see here. Light. I know there's a global way to position the light, but I just can't figure it out right now. I'm not gonna worry too much about it. It is getting late though. By the time you get back to town here, it's roughly mid-afternoon or so.
I guess that we'll return to the longhouse, the chief's longhouse there, and rest up there, explaining like our progress so far.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, we don't exactly have any gold to spend right now, so either way.
Okay, so you get back to the longhouse, give the special knock from Merwick, and you're let in. And Merwick comes up to you all. "Ah, I see you're back. Have you successfully found Enoch and taken care of everything in the mountains?"
Not really. We don't have enough resources to go forward, so we came back.
Well, what sorts of resources are you looking for? There's some supplies we might be able to help you out with. If anyone,
Like we mostly need the rest.
all right then. Is anyone sick? Has anyone contracted the fungal bloom again?
We
No.
did, but we were able to be cured.
And I concocted that cure.
Oh, excellent work. That'll take and save a lot of resources on my end. I appreciate the fact that you were able to find a cure. Hopefully you can share the cure with us, and we can start making some remedies as well, beyond my...
It does need bits from the zombies and a big chunk from a big zombie.
Oh, that is definitely not good. That's not good news at all. At least, fortune favors us. At least you've figured something out. And Shelby, the Mastiff Hound, is just sniffing everyone, as dogs are wont to do. Well then, if you just need rest, then by all means, you can stay in the longhouse for the night, and we will go ahead and hold up here. Hopefully, you'll have this sorted out maybe tomorrow, and we can get back to business as usual sooner rather than later. Excuse me.
Have you happen to have heard of someone named... was Eris, right?
And Wignut turns to you and says, correct. Eris. She's the one that summoned up the closets and kept me prisoner inside the mines. Murwick goes, yeah, I believe so. I believe there was the name Eris sounds very familiar. Someone maybe recently that came to Holdig here. When you all mentioned that name, everyone roll a perception check for me, please. Okay, so we have an 11 from Gorn, an 8 from Terex, and a 5 because of a natural 1 from 6.
Natural 1, yeah.
So, yeah. Nothing, you don't notice anything.
Nothing out of the ordinary.
Yep, nothing out of the ordinary. Everything's A-okay. Yes, Murwick goes, yes, I do believe there was an Eris that showed up here recently, maybe a few months ago. I don't know how she would be tied to this, and in fact, we just kind of assumed maybe she was left for dead when these zombies attacked, these fungal zombies. I don't know much more about it. She was someone who did frequent the woods outside of town periodically. Who knows? Maybe she is still alive. You could potentially search for her if you wanted to. Maybe she has some answers.
She's the reason the zombies appeared.
Say that again?
Maybe she's the reason the zombies appeared.
Oh, I didn't even think of that. That very well could be the case, but we should have more proof before we start accusing any of the town members.
Where in the woods did she go?
And Murwick turns to talk to some of the villagers, and they all, after a few minutes, say, north. Pretty sure she would venture north occasionally into the woods there and spend, hours, if not days, out in the woods and then come back. Do you think... it's possible. Could she... maybe she had something to do with this. It's very odd. And Wingnut pipes up and goes, this is correct. She was the one that summoned the closets and captured me here as I was trying to deliver the water purifier to Enoch. Oh, it's good to see. It's good to see that you're trying to get the water purifier there, and maybe we'll have a way to protect things. You did mention that the water was tainted with this, so purifying the waters where we get our drinking water from would be extremely helpful. This is very concerning, and he starts to turn around and walk away a little deep in thought here. Shelby still kind of sniffing around. Anything else you want to discuss or talk to Murwick about? Or any of the villagers for that matter?
Or I guess me.
What was that?
I said, or I guess me, because Zix has been kind of sus.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know how else to put it.
Zix is the traitor. All
This is
along.
from the connections he has, apparently, that he didn't inform anyone. I'm just gonna, if there is a piece of paper and a pen, just write the recipe for the antidote for the poison, for the disease that the zombies have been spreading.
Okay.
So they can at least have information. I doubt they have an alchemist kit. And I doubt they can get spores from the Sporeborn,
Mm-hmm.
but
It'll be good for them to have.
it's something.
True, yeah.
Something to get on the good side.
Okay. So while Zix is doing that, anyone else want to do anything, or shall we just kind of speed through the night?
Ooh.
It's a speed through.
Yeah, I think I'm pretty set.
Okay.
Okay, I think you should try to reload. Taking to Mike here.
What's wrong for Zix?
Nothing on my end, just look in the chat.
Oh, okay. All right. Well then, since there's nothing else really going on, we will go ahead and speed through to the next morning.
Okay. Long rest.
Yeah, go ahead and hit your long rests.
I'm gonna, since the characters are here, I'm gonna give myself +1 to the rapier,
Okay.
and I'm gonna give Teryx a +1 to his bow
Okay.
before we go.
Yeah, Teryx, were you right now at the moment? Are you still doing ranged, or are you going more for melee?
I'm doing a mix.
Okay.
Mostly whatever seems appropriate at the moment.
All right. Gotcha. Let me take a look at
So
your.
I think rapier is coded somewhat wrong.
All right, I'm going to update your longbow for the moment, Mike, with a +1 for Teryx, since it's been modified by Zix.
All right, thank you, Doc.
So let's see here. That'll be magical for the time being, and this one there, and +1 there as well. All right, so now you should be rolling at +1 for attack rolls and with damage.
Okay, I'm gonna. Fire. Tak, roll bonus 1. And I guess.
Would I be able to restock on arrows while I was here?
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, go ahead and just get as many as you need and subtract the amount. You guys can definitely stop by. Lots there to get some arrows. They'll certainly have that.
Okay, so just to be clear, there is the damage formula and the attack roll bonus are the same thing, or
Oh,
do I have to update them?
yeah. Let me double check. Let me see what you did here. For your light or for your hand crossbow, right?
No, my rapier.
Oh, the rapier. My bad. Excuse me.
Yeah, I'm gonna go melee for this one.
Okay. Yeah, that looks good. Yeah, you got the 1 in the attack roll bonus and the +1 on the damage formula. Yeah, looks fine.
Yeah, I also fixed somewhat the rapier because at first it had D6 for damage and then D8 for versatile damage.
Oh, weird.
Yeah.
So is it supposed to be
Also,
D8, D10, or?
no, D8, D8. Rapiers don't have versatile.
Oh, all right. Well, yeah. Let's just get rid of versatile completely. That way you don't
Yeah.
have to worry about it showing up. Yeah, that's weird. I don't know why that was put in place like that. Okay. All right. So the next day, you guys get a good night's rest. You stock up on whatever provisions you need before going back into the tunnels or wherever you want to go. What's the move? Where do you want to go next?
I kind of want to check out the woods to the north, but I'm guessing that we should go back to the caves.
Yeah, with Wingnut is very insistent on going to get to Enoch.
Yeah, he might start getting problematic if we don't get them to Enoch within a certain time period.
Yeah, so
Whatever, it's more XP, right?
the rewarded.
What?
What?
It was just making a joke here. All right, so heading back to the mountains then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Well then, we will jump right back into the big old room with the spore the skull blooms. And I'll need fresh skill checks from you all, please, for stealth. All right, so it looks like we got a 19 from Gorn, 23 from Terex, nice, and an 11 from Zix. Not bad. All right, again, I'm using group roll check rules for this, so because of the two, Gorn
You
and
know what?
Terex. What?
Fuck it. You know what? Fuck it. We say at 11. I won't even try to make it better.
Okay. So between Terex and Gorn, you're able to all have a nice, good, stealthy check here. So, where do you want to go from here? Since the prior area of the caverns in the mountain have already been cleared out, and you know there's nowhere else you can go there. Where are you going from here?
The only thing I could think of is down here.
Okay.
Yes, we could take out one group.
We should have Wingnut lead the way.
Why?
That's not a terrible idea. At least he'll know where we're going.
Yeah, maybe.
Andy's rather quiet.
Let me see something here. Okay. And he goes, if I lead, I fly high. And he starts to hover up to the top of the caverns to stay out of the way.
Just scraping the ceiling.
Yeah, basically. He starts to just... he goes up 30 feet to the top of the cavern. And he just starts hovering out and about because he can totally avoid any kind of conflict with these skull blooms that he's aware of.
You can just do that.
All right, so you guys go ahead and start sneaking around wherever you want to go. And as a reminder, the houses are giving off a slight glow, so they will hamper your ability to sneak through there if you wanted to try and sneak past the skull blooms behind an area there. All right, let's see here. With that,
They're dangerously close. I guess we can.
so this first group starts to shift up here and is very close to Terex.
Okay,
this-
so one group wouldn't make a difference for us. But more things will be interesting.
I forgot to switch. There we go. That was what? 1, 2, 3. Oh, yeah.
To the house.
All right, go ahead and make another move.
Gonna follow
Okay.
straight through a rock.
And then let's see here. And lastly,
Literally the worst possible roll.
all right, go ahead and move. Okay.
Into the wall.
Mm-hmm. This stupid. Seems like this
And
group.
who farted because they are following our trail?
They are right on you guys.
Oh. Good.
So, Terex, as you get close here, you come across a rather deep hole in the ground that drops down well beyond your vision to be able to see.
Oh, I thought that was a stalagmite.
Nope. It is a giant hole in the ground. And actually, as
Can
you...
I see down there?
What do you see down there? You actually can see
Yeah.
down that far. And let me see here. As you get close to there, there is a waft, a smell of rotting garbage and other various disturbing smells coming up through here. Because of decay and such, it is just a warm breeze, a humid, warm breeze that is smacking you in the face with just rancid, putrid smells. Let's see here.
Congratulations, we have found our garbage can.
Yeah.
You found the latrine.
Yeah, Gorn, because of your extensive vision that you can see, yeah, it's hard. I mean, considering how far out you are and how high up, it's difficult to give a good idea. Let me see here real quick. Let's see here.
Should have planted those quests down this hole instead.
Okay. You can see down, but Gorn, for you, it is... Give me a survival check to get an idea of about how far down it is. Okay.
Oh, shit. That's actually good.
Nice.
Yeah, with a 17, you're going to say that it's approximately an 80-foot drop down to whatever this garbage and refuse is down there. From time to time, you also get wafts of death, like legitimate, maybe humanoid corpses or something. There's something down in there that smells like it's, should have been buried rather than dropped down a hole. Maybe some of these skull blooms had fallen down there, but for whatever reason, you're getting really disturbing smells coming up. And on top of that, you can also hear faintly rushing water coming through to the bottom.
I will relay this information
And as you're sitting there,
quietly.
as you guys are staying there investigating that, you do see Wingnut move off. Now, while you're investigating this and Gordon
Like a
relays this in
sheep.
whispers, I'm going to roll for the skull blooms again. Yep, they're just walking into a wall. Those ones.
Guys, how about if these goblins come closer, we push them inside?
All right, there we go. I was going to say, I swear to God, you roll another 4.
All right, so where do you guys want to go from here?
Into the garbage chute, flyboy.
No. Please. I'm just gonna.
Okay. So as you guys begin to make your way towards this southern tunnel here, and Wingnut comes to a stop and a halt, the
What
passage
mushrooms?
tends to narrow a little bit, and you can see a bunch of mushroom people standing, apparently guard, approximately 4 of them standing in front of a gate. And as you do that, as you see that, I'm going to roll for the skull blooms that are milling about again. And then finally... Okay. Alright, you guys can finish up your movement. Okay, as you begin to approach, you see that these
More mushrooms.
mushroom guards kind of come to attention and they're not aggressive, they don't seem to be pointing their spears at you, but they are kind of forming up. They haven't said anything to you yet, though.
But they've noticed us stealthing.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if we will know anything about them, so. I don't think Six at least would know anything about mechanoids.
I'm gonna ready my bow.
Okay. If you want to make a check on that, let's see here. Is there anything here I can give you information about that if you want to make a check?
I mean, maybe Kylena did tell Zig something about these mushroom people, but I don't think that would have been her priority.
Yeah, okay, so you guys get closer, and you don't hear this out loud, but you do hear it inside of your heads. Hello, who are you and why do you approach?
Just
I'm gonna push Zix forward a little.
Since the voice came from nowhere, Ziggs is gonna try to say in his mind, We're here with the water purifier.
That is excellent to hear. This is why you come to Belgrove, for the water purifier. And Wingnut isn't really doing anything, doesn't seem to be reacting to the communications from what you would assume are these mushroom people. We would love to give you entrance, but we cannot open the gates to Belgrove until the what's the word I want to say here? Until these mushroom creatures, these dangerous mushrooms are dealt with. Until then, no one may enter Belgrove, even if you have the water purifier.
Great mushroom racism.
It's mushroom racism.
I'm just gonna say that they want the zombies gone, I think, before they can let us in. Just out loud to the recent god in Draconic.
So let me get this straight. You want us to clear out the other fungal blooms?
And in return, you hear the voice in your head. Yes, if you would like to enter Belgrove, the fungal mushrooms, the human mushrooms, must be dealt with and destroyed.
Very well, then. And I'll turn on my, heal and walk away.
Okay.
I think we should use the pit.
Alright, so you guys want to set up and use the pit as a means to deal with these creatures? Or to deal with these the skull bloom?
Yeah.
Well, if they don't see the pit, great, they fall in. If they see the pit, great, they have to walk around it.
Alright, why don't you guys go ahead and place yourselves on the map where you want to set up. And then tell me, which group are you going to be targeting first? That one? Okay.
I was just gonna say that one would probably be the best bet.
All right then. And with that, why don't you guys roll for initiative, please?
You know what? Before the encounter starts, I'm gonna, in preparation, turn my shard into a hand crossbow.
Okay. Oh, that was almost a 20. All right, so Terex with a 14, Gorn with a 16, and Zix also with a 16. The Skull Blooms have an 11, 11, and 14 for their initiatives. We're going to go ahead and begin combat with Gorn on deck, Gorn up with Zix on deck and Terex on deck, then followed by the Skull Blooms.
All right, and this is at advantage or no?
Yeah, we'll say you guys were already stealthing around. You guys can take a surprise round for this. Okay, that is definitely a hit with a 24 on that Skull Bloom. For 7 points of damage. Okay. And that Eldritch Blast goes out and zaps. Zix, Gorn, I'm sure you're done. Zix, you're up.
I think I need to reposition just so I have a way to attack in a way that the skull bombs will go towards the hole and not me.
Yeah.
So here's hand crossbow attack. How far? He is 60 feet from me. Hand crossbow is
That should be the maximum, I think, right? Or is
30
it?
feet. I think hand crossbow has 30 feet.
Oh, 3120. Okay. So yeah, you're going to be at disadvantage for that, but...
But it cancels out, so normal attack.
Yep. Ooh.
Ooh!
That is
Nice.
a natural 20.
Nice!
Excellent. Go ahead and roll that critical damage. Not bad. 10 points of critical damage. Excellent. Any other bonuses for that?
No.
Okay. And that critical hit sends the Skull Bloom into a critical state. For those who may not remember, I do bloodied for 50% and critical for anything under 25. All right.
You know what? I could have, but I could have shot and pierced the skull bomb so they stuck together, but I don't think that would apply.
Probably not. Okay. Terex, you're up with the Skull Blooms on deck.
I'm going to shoot the fire at the skull bloom next to that one.
Okay.
Yes, stealth archery.
Oh, that was almost a 2. All right. Total 23 does indeed hit. And that's going to be 12 points of damage. Very nice.
Imagine if you one-shot this guy.
Okay. So that's the end of the surprise round. We'll go ahead and move on to round 2. Gorn, you're up again, followed by Zix and then Terex. Oh, before you start, actually, I need to make a quick roll here. Because you guys are fighting in this cavern and your Eldritch Blasts and the sounds are carrying through here. So at the beginning of the round...
Actually, I need to make a quick roll, too, because that was supposed to be a crit. I mean, not a crit, but an advantage.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead and give me another d20. Oh.
Well, it
Okay,
was a
good thing it's
crit.
an advantage.
Yep.
Hey, you got it out of the way.
Yeah, you had a crit.
Okay. So that was a 5 for that roll. And let's see here. Curious. Okay. Let's see. How far can you see, Gorn? Oh, yeah, you can see it just in the back.
120.
What's that? Oh, the 120, yes.
I believe it's 120, yeah.
In the back, the noises from the Eldritch Blast and the sounds of the arrows and whatnot have drawn the attention of the furthest group as they are now joining the fray as they begin to move and rush down towards you.
1.
Wow. 2, an 11, and a 1 on those initiative counts. All right, Gordon, you're still at the top of the list. The much longer list now. Yeah. Spell effects brought to us by JB2 whatever, can't remember their name. 16, that does hit the Skull Bloom. Go ahead and roll damage. All right, 7 points of damage. And the Skull Bloom has been defeated. All right, that's one skull bloom down out of many. Zix, you're up as Gorn shuffles and moves a bit to the right. Tarek's on deck.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to hit the one next to the one that just died.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna slowly try to go from my hand crossbow to the light crossbow I have.
Okay.
But for now, I can store my shield and said interactions. Should be here. So attack at disadvantage.
Okay. Ooh, unfortunately.
And I don't think that hits.
Do you want to add? No, you don't have any. All right, so
Nope.
yep, I'm going to go ahead and give you your luck point for missing, and unfortunately, that will be the end of your turn unless you want to reposition or move a little bit.
Right now, not really.
Okay.
But I'm gonna use my bonus action to pull out my light crossbow from the backpack and get it ready for the next turn.
Well, you used the free action to stow your shield, right?
Yeah, but then I have the bonus action use an object, so...
Oh, okay, perfect. Forgot about that. Thank you. Yep, that works. Okay, Terex, you're up. Followed by all the skull blooms. All of them.
Well, let's see if we can get that number down by 1.
Yes. Okay, and that does look like that's a hit with a 24. You definitely hit the
Remember to
next skull
update your
bloom.
arrows.
Okay, and with 12 points of damage, that is going to kill it. Yes, that is another dead skull bloom. Very good. Anything else, Terex? Move, bonus action, anything?
I'll move a little bit just in case that other group starts to move.
Okay.
Good thing that I enchanted your bow.
Okay, so this skull bloom finally able to react, sees you all, and starts to run in for you. First action is to move, then it's movement, and it just rushes straight for you without paying attention to where it is and falls down the pit. Okay, so let's see here. That's 80 feet down, so that's 8d6, right? For 80 feet of
Yes.
fall damage?
Well, it's a 6
The
per 10
d6
feet.
for every 10 feet, yeah.
So, 16d6?
That would be 8d6. A d6 for every 10 feet, 80 feet.
Okay. So it falls, and it hits hard. And I don't know if you
So
guys
I guess...
can you see how much damage was rolled there? 23 points
Yeah.
of falling damage? That's exactly enough to kill it.
So I guess it just went spat.
Yeah, it does go splat as it falls in. Perfect amount of damage. I saw that and go, wait a minute, that's exactly the average of their hit points. That is hilarious. All right, up next is...
I mean, even if they survived, it's not like they will climb out.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so the next one's come rushing down. And then comes to about here and then starts sniffing around and notices that you're off in the back here and comes rushing in. So that's going to be their turns as the rest of them do the same. And the other 3 come rolling in. So that's going to be the end of that. And we go to the top of round 3. Now, before Gorn's turn, I need to roll another check here real quick. And yes, once again, the other... these skull blooms come rushing down and making like all sorts of loud zombie noises like... and it alerts the other group of skull blooms, and they join the fray as well. Okay, and a couple of them react faster than Gorn does. So, at the top of round 3, we have the next sets of skull blooms come rushing in. And that's going to be 30 feet to there. And then, with a bonus action, they stop, sniff, and smell. One smells Gorn and comes rushing in to go in for an attack against you. Let's see here.
Oh, god damn it.
Alright. And that is going to be a bite attack against you.
Move as a bonus action?
Yes, they have a bonus action called Instinct to Pursue. And the Skullblooms take a dash action towards an uninfected humanoid it can see or sense. Alright, so it's going in for the bite attack against you. And that is going to be a total of 20 to hit you. So I'm going to go ahead and roll damage, and go ahead and roll me that DC con save, please. Oh, you just make it to save against the fungal infection, the apocalyptic fungus. But you do take, let's see here, 11 points of damage as it just bites into you, trying to spread the disease.
Poison.
Yeah, let me double check that real quick. I want to see. Oh yeah, it's just straight poison damage. There's no save against that. It's just saving against being infected. Alright, Gorn, you've been taking some damage here. Up next is the next Skull Bloom from the new group. And they come rushing down as well. 30 feet to there. Sniffs around. And then comes rushing in to attack you, Terex. Alright, let's see here. Okay, the target and the bite. And that is going to be a miss with a 13, Terex, as it comes rushing in and your hunter senses pick up and you're able to dodge out of the way. Gorn, you're up with Zix on deck.
I think we should try to push one down the hole. Just help it a little.
Going to give that skull bloom
yeah,
a
I
push.
would. Yeah, you know, just a gentle nudge with, you know, the entirety of my shell.
Okay, let me give you a skill check for that, because I'm going to use their passive strength instead of rolling. So I need you. Yeah, you have to use athletics, right?
You have to use athletics to shove, yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a roll there, please.
Nice.
Ooh. That is a 0, but you do have 3 luck points. Do you want to use the luck points to try again?
Oh, yeah. I can do that.
That's it, yeah.
Alright.
Can't really be much worse, can it?
Just
No?
zero those out. And we'll try that again.
Oh, look at that turnaround!
There we go.
And we go from a 2 to a 21, a natural 20. Oh, second one for the night. And that is going to be more than enough to just give that Skull Bloom a good old shove. And it gets
It
pushed.
just goes flying over the hole.
Yeah. Would you like to roll the 8d6 or shall I? As it falls 80 feet down.
16d6.
No, it's 8 for every 10 feet. 1d6 for every
No,
10 feet.
Put that at
And not 2?
8, you bastards.
Yeah, you gave it a modifier. You got to click the
Oh, I
D6.
gave it a yeah.
D6. 8 times.
Oof, so many d6s. Alright, that's going to be 20 points of damage. As this one falls and hits hard. Okay.
Bye, Felicia.
Bye! Okay, that is the end
I'm
of...
gonna have so much fun with this plus sound effect.
As I do-si-do all the way around the other skull bloom.
Yep. Zix, you are
I
up
don't-
with a Skull Bloom on deck, then followed by Terex on deck.
I don't think I'm big or strong enough to shove this guy into the hole, so I'm just gonna attack it.
Yeah, likely not. A shove, unless it was like a critical success, would only be probably 5 feet to push them, unless there's rules otherwise stating.
Well, I do have the Shadow of Creation, but I'm gonna use my interaction free and efficient action to throw my light crossbow and take out my rapier and just slash this guy.
Okay, do you want to pivot to get advantage and flank?
I have pack tactics. I don't
Oh,
need
that's
to
right.
Pivot.
Okay, forgot all about that part. You silly kobolds and your pack tactics. Oh no, we got another natural 20. Excellent.
Nice.
All right, that is a 25 total with that natural 20. Go ahead and roll critical damage, please.
I guess I could disarm him, but it wouldn't really be.
Okay, total of 11 points of damage. Very nice. Yes, with that, the Skull Bloom has been bloodied as you hit it in a vital spot. Maybe like get it in the jugular or something. But you've
Just for the heart. To blame.
definitely. Finishing any movements?
Okay, I'm
bonus
just
action?
gonna. Yeah, that was action, bonus action. I'm just
Okay.
gonna stand here so it doesn't get to Terex.
Okay. All right, that's the end of that turn. We have the last Skull Bloom from the northeast group, and it comes rushing in. 30 feet to there. Sniffs around and goes into... can't quite make it because of angular moves, and uses all of its movements to come and give a lovingly embrace to Terex and Zix, but does not attack because it can't make it. All right, Terex, you're up.
I'd say take the opportunity attack and just.
Yeah, I'm going to take the opportunity attack to the chest, and I'm going to move back here.
Okay. Before you move, go ahead and throw yourself back there just for the time being, because my Skull Bloom needs to make their attack. And we'll go ahead and take that bite. And that's going to be a 14 total to 18. Does
I
hit.
saw that it was almost at 20.
Go ahead and roll your Constitution save. Oh, another natural 20. You guys are on fire tonight. What was that, number 4? Holy cow.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
And that is going to be a total of 9 points of piercing and poison damage to you. Terex, go ahead and finish your move.
Oh. Huh. I just realized something
What's that?
funny. I still have the good berry from yesterday.
Oh, that's dead. The good berry is no longer... well, no. Depending...
Is
yeah,
it
no.
24 hours?
You're right. 24. Yeah, it's probably still good.
Yeah.
Okay, who are you attacking?
The one that Terex or Zix attacked.
Okay, and you also have pack tactics?
Yes, I do.
Okay, perfect. Okay, yeah, total 25 to hit that Skull Bloom. Easy. Oh, minimum damage for 6.
Nice.
But it is in a critical state, and is not looking so hot. Anything else, Terex?
No, that'll be it for me.
Okay. Up lastly are all of the other Skull Blooms. And let's see here. How are these guys going to maneuver? The first one comes rushing in and just runs right into the hole because he's too fixated and falls. Yep. And is going to take... that's looking pretty good. 27 points of damage as it falls and hits hard.
He fell on the other one that survived and killed it.
Yep.
Bonus points if you fall on the one that didn't die.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, depending because of where they fell, maybe, I don't know.
That's technically the cleaving rule.
The other one comes rushing in and falls as well because of just straight lines. Because they're stupid. And takes... Oh, that's a lot. Oh, 30 points of
30.
damage.
Oh.
Yep,
That's an extreme spat.
it is. That one's also dead. And then lastly, the other one comes rushing around. Avoids falling into the hole because of lines. And is... Yeah, you know what? Rushes over to here. And finds a spot to come and attack Zix.
I don't have my shield right now, so I guess my AC is... I think I must update my AC.
Yeah, if you don't have your shield on...
Yeah,
oh, there you
gonna
go.
take
Perfect.
it out, but
Okay. Goes in for the attack. And with an 18, he does bite into you, Zix.
yeah, that hits.
I
Yep.
don't know about anybody else, but that just slid right off that 20.
Yeah. Yeah, buddy. Oh! Zix, you succumb to the apocalyptic fungus and cannot heal. And you take 6 points of damage. Not terrible.
Can make an antidote.
Yep. All right, top of round 4. There are no more, as far as you're aware, there are no more zombie groups in here. So we just start right at the top here with this skull bloom that is right here and sniffs Zix and sees that Zix is now starting to come down with the infection, ignores Zix and goes and turns to Gorn and goes in for the attack. Oh boy, that is a
shit.
natural 20 from the skull blooms for a total of 24. Gorn, before you roll this check to avoid the saving throw, you hear in your mind a gong sound, and the whispers of doom hit you. I need you to roll the Constitution save at disadvantage, please, as I use my doom point for the encounter. You just scroll up a bit, it'll be right there. Okay, and with that 9, you also fail and are now infected by the
I
fungus.
can make 2 antidotes, but Derek, please don't get
That's
infected also.
And you take 13 points of damage, Gorn, as this bite
No,
just
I take
hits
a
you.
lot more than that. You forgot it's a crit.
Oh, I did. Yes, I totally bypassed that. All right, let me roll that extra D4 and the D8. Oof.
I think you're gone.
Yeah, that's a 10.
Yep.
And Gorn is knocked out. Let's
All
see.
right, so
He
about
can't
that
heal.
monk I was talking about.
Yeah,
Let's see here.
he can't heal.
You are incapacitated. And technically dead. Well, you're knocked out, but I don't know if there's a... Blinded, deafened... Oh, unconscious. That's what we don't want dead. We want unconscious. Okay, you're unconscious and incapacitated at the moment.
Okay.
All right. So that is that Skull Bloom's turn. We go to the next one here that has fallen off. And down below there. Let's see here.
You know what, though, Eric? At least the infection clears, right?
What?
Yeah, Gorn, I need you to make a death saving throw, please. You are up. Oh, that's a 5. That is 1 fail for the death saves. So let's see here. Oh, yep, okay. Maybe it must have auto-tracked it. Did you have to click it, or did it do it itself?
No, it tracked it itself.
Oh, perfect. Okay. Great.
Once I made the roll, it checked it itself.
All right. Zix, you are up with the Skull Bloom on
Okay.
deck.
I don't know that if Gordon has been infected, but right now there were problems.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna, for now, stow my rapier and with my crossbow, aka Shard of Creation, in one hand, try to shaft this skull bloom to the side.
Okay.
The one that I'm targeting, above me.
All right.
The side, so it falls into the pit. So athletics, yes.
Yes. Hold on.
since
Let me
I'm
give
a
you
hog-
the. I'll give you the check here.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna say, since I'm gonna be holding the Gorn Ricket, okay.
Yep.
Since I'm holding the shard, I will be able to add the d6. If...
Okay. Go ahead and give me a.
Yep, I'm adding the d6.
Okay. Okay.
12.
You're at a 12. You have a luck point. Do you feel
Yeah,
that
I'm
a
gonna
12
use
is
that luck
enough?
point.
Okay.
I'm
So
gonna use that luck point.
and you want to increase that to a 13?
Yeah, I'm not chancing it.
Lucky number 13. Yes, you do grab and you're able to overpower the skull bloom and shove him down the down into the pit. Go ahead and roll the 8d6 for its falling damage, please. Ooh, that is 26 points of damage.
So it didn't survive.
No, that one just.
No. Okay.
All right.
I'm gonna ask Terex if he has any good berries left. And
I mean,
just
there's
try
one on my
to-
body.
I do have healing potions.
Okay.
We kind of don't know that you're infected though, so.
Zix, your turn is done, right? Okay. Go.
I guess I can efficient action and take out my rapier again.
While you're doing that, Terex, you're up with the skull blooms on deck.
All right, I'm going to try to finish off this one that's critically wounded.
All right. Go for it.
The less the better.
And a 24 is a hit with your pack tactics. Very nice. That is going to be a total of 8 points of damage. And the skull bloom hits and falls to the ground dead. Alright, that's one less skull bloom. One left to go, it seems. Anything else for Terex?
Yeah, I'm going to move across the pit.
Okay.
Yeah, good idea.
Alright, so with that, as you move, the skull bloom behind here is now up, and it sniffs at Zix and sees that it is infected, and shifts to, looks at Gorn, sniffs, doesn't seem to be interested in him, and goes and eyeballs Terex, and just rushes for Terex, and falls into the pit.
Can I do an opportunity attack when he falls?
Oh yeah, if you want, go right for it.
Okay, so yes, like normal.
It was supposed to be my turn to roll, Andy.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No.
Yeah, that definitely hits the 22 with the rapier for 9 points of damage. Okay.
Overkill, but
Yeah, if you want, go ahead, Terex, go ahead and roll the 8d6.
No, it's alright. You already did. He's dead.
Oh yeah, definitely very, very much dead.
okay, so
Okay.
I guess I can do another thing when it's gonna be my turn, and it's gonna be stabilizing God.
Yes, and as you guys look around, you're trying to see whether or not there are more combatants in the area. And because of how dark it is and how hard it is to see, you're really checking things out, and it's like, it's going to be about 2 weeks to figure out if we can even get Gorn up right now. We'll see you guys in 2 weeks as we end here on this cliffhanger of trying to save Gorn or not.
I was going to say, technically, the next thing would be me rolling another death save.
Yeah.
This is true. Gorn, hopefully you got a backup character. You were saying a monk, right?
I mean, if you
Who
roll
knows?
natural one and you failed,
If I roll a 1, that's peace out time.
Yes.
yeah.
We will stay in initiative here while Gorn is in a critical state and infected by this apocalyptic fungus. And yeah, we will catch up with everyone in 2 weeks. So stay tuned to see whether or not Gorn makes it or not for the next game of Tales of the Valiant. And it's a play on words because all of my characters have actual tails. So Tales of the Valiant Tribe. All right, everyone. Thank you all so much for watching if you did watch this. And hopefully we'll see you guys next time for more Valiant Tribe hijinks. Have a good night, everyone, and we'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.
Hi.
Bye-bye.
Thank you so much for watching this episode of Tales of the Valiant with the Everside Questers Bravo team. If you like what you've seen, go ahead and drop a like, throw a comment in the comment section, and subscribe to see more crazy antics and other adventures for the group here. If you want to see more campaign antics and silliness from my group and our campaigns in any TTRPG that we offer here on the channel, go ahead and click on one of these links here and enjoy yourselves. Until then, we'll see you next time.